to the Bible Sense, where we explore timeless wisdom for modern living. If you like what you hear, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon.
All right, today we are jumping into the story of one of history's most, let's say, infamous figures. But here's the thing. What if this whole time we haven't been talking about a person, but a job description?
It's a question that honestly might just change how you see everything. I mean, think about it. Is Satan a proper name, like John or Jane? Or is it something else entirely?
Okay, so the answer is actually pretty mind-blowing, and it comes straight from the original Hebrew texts. The word isn't just Satan, it's ha-Satan. And that tiny little ha at the front, it's the Hebrew version of the, and that changes everything. It means it's not a name, it's a title. The adversary, or the accuser. It's a role, a function someone performs.
And believe me, this distinction is massive. On one hand, you've got the image we all know, right? Satan, the king of hell, this specific singular fallen angel. But then you look at the textual reality, and you get something totally different. Ha-Satan, the heavenly prosecutor. It's a job that could be filled by any being who obstructs or accuses.
So if it's a role, how did that role change over time? Well, let's do this. We're going to trace the career path of the adversary, following this character's incredible arc through some of the most important texts in history.
You can really see this evolution in 3 key stages. It all starts in Genesis, with the serpent acting as a basic challenger of order. Then, in the book of Job, the character gets a major promotion to an official heavenly prosecutor. And finally, in Revelation, it all culminates in the cosmic foe that we're so familiar with. Let's break each of those down.
So where does this whole story really kick off? Well, it starts with a character you definitely know, but maybe in a way you haven't thought about before.
So get this, in the book of Genesis, the serpent is never, not once, called Satan. It's just a serpent, but its function is what's so important here. It's the very first adversary because it directly challenges God's brand new, perfectly structured, and honestly, still pretty fragile world order. It introduces doubt, it questions authority, it's the first agent of disorder in creation.
Okay, fast forward a few centuries, and this whole adversarial role gets a serious upgrade. It moves from being just some rogue creature on Earth to an actual official position within the divine administration. And this is where we finally meet Ha-Satan by title, right here in the book of Job. In this story, the adversary literally shows up as a member of the divine council, which is kind of like a heavenly court. And what's his job? To roam the earth and, well, test how righteous humanity really is. And this is absolutely crucial to get. The adversary in Job is not some rebel fighting a war against God. No way. He's a member of the heavenly court. He's acting like a prosecuting attorney. He tests people's faith, but, and you can't miss this part, he only acts with God's direct permission. He's part of the system, not an enemy trying to tear it down.
Which brings us to the grand finale, the dramatic climax of this role's entire development. This is where the adversary transforms into its final, most powerful, and, of course, most familiar form.
What you see in the book of Revelation is this incredible consolidation. All those previous adversarial jobs, the serpent from the garden, the tempter, the heavenly accuser, they all get merged together into one single ultimate enemy, the great dragon.
And the text just comes right out and says it. It refers to that ancient serpent who is called the devil and Satan. For the very first time, that serpent from Genesis is officially and kind of retroactively identified with this massive cosmic foe. This is the moment where the job title Satan basically becomes the proper name we all know today.
So okay, we've traced the career path from a talking serpent all the way up to a cosmic dragon. But what's the one thing that connects all these forms? What is the core motivation here? What does the adversary actually want?
The end goal here isn't just generic evil, just for the heck of it. No, it's something way more profound, way more fundamental. The adversary's primary mission is to literally undo creation itself, to dismantle divine order and everything in it.
Yeah, to really get the stakes here, you have to think about what was there before creation. The state of primordial chaos, a formless void of darkness and disorder. That is the adversary's desired end state. It's not about ruling some fiery kingdom. It's about wiping the board clean and dragging the entire cosmos back into that absolute nothingness.
And this mission follows a pretty clear 4-step playbook. Step 1, challenge the divine order. Step 2, introduce doubt and conflict. Step 3, undermine the very foundations of creation. And the final step, the ultimate goal, drag it all back to primordial chaos. It's a methodical deconstruction of reality itself. So, what's the big takeaway here? Satan isn't really a single person with a name. It's the long, evolving story of a role. It's the biography of the force that exists to oppose order and pull the universe back towards darkness and chaos. And that leaves us with one last, really provocative question to chew on. If the adversary is a role, right, a function that challenges order and introduces chaos, what does that role look like in our world today? What are the modern forces working to undo structure and create disorder? That is definitely something to think about.
Thanks for watching the Bible Sense channel, making Bible sense of the scriptures line upon line, precept upon precept. Like and subscribe for more.